Okay, we are live. Hi, everybody. I hope we are gonna have a beautiful tournament today. Welcome to the Journey to Grandmasters, a place where you can improve every aspect of your chess game. And today, as always, on Tuesday, we meet to play the Title Tuesday, an incredibly strong tournament, probably the strongest available there for free for all title players. So yeah, let me show you who is playing today. We still have a few minutes to warm up a little bit to get ready for this event because yeah, every week I'm just amazed by how strong that is. And yeah, let me just show it to you. First of all, let me change the screen here so you could see hopefully myself, the board, and of course now I'm gonna also switch the standings. Yeah, here we have it. So number one, Magnus Carlsen is taking part. Hikaru is always there as well. The third one is from Greek. For me, to be honest, an unknown grandmaster, but I'm pretty sure incredibly strong. It's 3100 rated on chess.com, so it's incredibly strong one. Then we have MBL himself, the world's Blitz chess champion, and yeah, many more, of course, young talents as well as old in terms of chess professional career like Alexander Grishuk, but also another world chess champion in Blitz. So very strong as always. And what's interesting, my current standing is somewhere really in between, like in the middle of the field. That means that in the first round, I'm gonna either get somebody incredibly strong like Magnus or Hikaru, or somebody very weak like the last one in the table. So that could be incredibly exciting. Let's see which one it's gonna be. We still have 2 minutes there. Let me also check the comments there. Hi to everybody joining there. I hope it's gonna be instructive for you because, of course, the main purpose of the stream is to let you learn something new, let you learn from my mistakes and, of course, from my decision-making process throughout the games. So yeah, I hope it's gonna be exciting for you, enjoyable as well, because well, every time I try to make it useful for you, but at the same time I understand that it should be enjoyable so that you can just have some fun when I don't know blunder a piece on one move or come up with a joke. Yeah, so I hope we could combine everything together. And for me, it's important not to forget to remove those standings because last time it was also funny that I didn't do that. I forgot to remove the standings, and so instead of watching the whole game, you were just witnessing me talking about my game and looking at the standings. Okay, so we have 1 minute left and 448 registered players there. Vladimir Kramnik has also joined. I mean, I have never played against a world chess champion yet in my career, at least as a classical one. I played against Hikaru in one of the Title Tuesday tournaments, but never against one of the World Chess Championship. And here we have two at the same tournament participating together, and so that feels very inspiring. But of course, to get to there, you should either be lucky and get Magnus, for example, in the first round, which could happen right now, or you should play incredibly well and just get to the top of the table, but that is extremely hard taking into account how many incredibly strong grandmasters there are taking part. Okay, so I hope everything is ready. You can see me, you can hear me, and we are gonna have a cool tournament together. Really excited to see who is gonna be my opponent. Almost 500 players taking part. I have no idea whether I'm in the first part or in the second one. Let's see. Yeah, in the first one, because I'm getting probably the last one in the table. That is unfortunate because I could have got Magnus Carlsen as my first opponent if my rating was a little bit lower than it is now. Okay, that's what we get. Let's try to win the game. We have the Philidor defense here, um, the main line, and of course, even though it seems like, yeah, 2000 is not such a huge rating, but it's in a national master, so a very strong player. I'm playing here c6 and a5, and we are back to the main line. Rook a1 is the main move, and knight b6. The problem is like the position is very solid, but at the same time, if you want to play for a win, it's pretty difficult as black. So I'm gonna take here, play knight c5, and bishop b3 is a little bit not that great because now I'm attacking this one, and the right move, or let's say the main line is bishop to a2, and it's not under attack there. Well, whenever the knight appears on f5, I should take it. Not sure whether he can take here on c5 now. Doesn't. Now I guess I have to take there and play d5. d5 is a very typical move, opening up the bishop. Although, yeah, I don't know, feels... Wait, there is bishop takes b6. Yeah, I felt like I might blunder something. I shouldn't have been that fast. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. So bishop f6 probably was... Yeah, bishop f6 was the right move. That was my alternative. Yeah, now I don't have any way to fight even. Yeah, that happens when you are just starting the tournament, not really being into it yet, just warming up, and then you're blundering. I have to continue somehow, but it's so difficult from this position. It's completely winning. Just if I take here, I can't even get a pawn. Yeah, that was horrible. Okay, maybe I'm gonna bring, but I can't even bring the bishop to f6. There is gonna be bishop d4. So the reason I play d5 is because it's such a typical move. It's like always you do that. And I thought I could do it before, but then it could be f6 possible for white, and then I can take with the bishop because of that bishop takes c5. And I thought about it, but I forgot that after I take, he can also take on b6. Yeah, now d4 and c5, could that be an idea? Oh, my bishop is hanging. Okay, then I have to start with that move. Then it means he can bring the rook there. Maybe I can play bishop b4 now. Trade the pin at least. Yeah, well, objectively it's nothing, but I have to continue. I can't resign that early. Can I take and play d4? Yeah, probably just rook d1. Not anything better than that. Let's take and play g6. I would be happy to play d4, but rook d1 just destroys plans because I can't attack the bishop. Yeah, c2 can never work. I mean, sacrificing the queen. Yeah, well, I have my bishop to help with a checkmate if he decides to go there, but apart from that, no good news for me. I mean, even rook e7 should be winning. Exchanging there, playing bishop d4, 2 pieces. Well, at least some chances. Yeah, that was horrible. Okay, now d4 is still not a threat. Rook d8, right? Okay, he goes there. That gives me at least a chance to develop my rook. And the rook is very good here. My only chance is if he's gonna be like, okay, I have an extra piece, I can win whatever I'm doing, doesn't matter. Then I could use it, but he's a professional player, he shouldn't do that. 5. I don't know, maybe bishop f8, h6. So far, the knight is very passive there on c3 because of my pawns. Like the pawn structure is very good, and that gives me an illusion that I can still play for something. Maybe, yeah, but doesn't really give me anything. But at least maybe I can play h6, bishop, king to h7, queen d8, attack this pawn. Hope for a miracle. Queen f4. Now I thought I have... No, maybe rook e5 was better. E5 was better, that would create some threats. Okay, let's bring the bishop to c5, maybe rook e1 check would be on my agenda. Because I have 2 pawns hanging. I mean, Something is possible. But he also has twice as much time as I. I would prefer it would be another way around. Maybe at least he feels some pressure at this point, and that is what I need. Give it check. Bring the queen to the center. Although maybe that was bad. Maybe now queen f4 because I can never allow the queens. Right? Yeah, that was giving him an easy move to make. Because queen on h4 was kind of offside. I shouldn't have done it that. Okay, now he's down to 20 seconds, so maybe I wanna be able to trick him. Oh no, now rook is 3. Rook is 3 again. 6, okay. I'm taking this pawn. Can I play d4? d5? Oh no! It was the wrong move. Rook e2 probably was the right one. Okay, doesn't matter. 5. Does it give me? Okay. Oops. Should have started with rook b1 probably. I don't have any moves. Yeah, now I'm picking up the knight. Wow. Oops. Okay, I have an extra pawn, right? I mean, not anymore. Check. I'm threatening something dangerous here. Yeah, wait, wow. I mean, from being a completely just one piece down without any compensation at all, I have managed to win this game. That was crazy. Wow. But I mean, that deserves something if you get out of it. Hi there to everybody joining. I hope you enjoyed this game. How you can still put some pressure, even seemingly without any chances. But it's Blitz. Of course, in a classical game, I wouldn't have any chances. But in the Blitz games, something can always happen. Okay, let me make sure that we don't miss here the next round. Now, definitely, I'm gonna get a strong opponent. Yeah, so I guess I made one blunder in this game, but apart from that, I played pretty good. But of course, in chess, one blunder is enough to lose the game. Yeah, knight d7 back was a good move as well. So the idea is d5, and then this knight comes to c5 at the right point. Of course, I should be careful with this f6 idea, just developing all of the pieces, but nobody can prevent the move d5, and then the pawn structure is perfect. But that was just one move. Too fast with that, and then for the entire game, I didn't have any chances. It's always +4. Wow, here was my first chance to get something. h6. Let me try to figure out why it's winning. I mean, it's not winning, but I get enough compensation. Probably because queen e2 is the idea, but I can do it right now because I don't have any squares for my king. And so I'm playing h6 so that he takes, and now I'm playing queen e2. And then in case of queen b8 check, I have king h7, and then I'm also threatening queen f1. I mean, It's a little bit better according to the engine, but that's already a battle because now I'm winning the piece back. Fortunately, I haven't seen this idea. I'm worried not to lose the next game. Next round is about to start. Then it was once again much better for my opponent, although already not that clear. Yeah, still +3. And here, instead of rook e1, I definitely had something. Yeah, I felt that rook e3 is winning the rook. Yeah, I needed just to stop. I have 17 seconds here. It's enough to calculate the simple tactics. And of course, rook e3 is just winning the game immediately. And that just plunders once again the whole advantage away. Here, rook takes f2 was possible. Wow. 10 seconds, I haven't even thought about it. But then I got the knight back and I was already happy. I didn't understand what's going on the board. I was rather making the moves with my hand instead of thinking about it because I thought I don't have any time. With this 1 second increment, you are just worried about making the move immediately and not even thinking about, yeah, really the moves. Sorry, what is the problem? The camera is slightly behind your voice. Hear a sound in like a half second. Video delay. Okay, what does it mean? Not sure I'm able to change it so fast. Let me try. Tell me please if it's better now or not, because I already have another round against a very strong player, very strong grandmaster. Yeah, let's play c4. 6 knight c3. Let me know in the comments whether now it's better with a video delay or not. Okay, Zaragoza defense. I should know something against it. Bishop g5, the move. Now there is takes, but there is h6. And with h6, I'm not that familiar. So you take, and you play something like queen b3. Yeah, I should come up with something cleverer than that against Zaragoza defense. Because I really like to play this opening as black, but I don't know how to play against it. Still same, okay. Maybe now it's gonna be better, or is it worse and I should change it the other way around? Okay. Not sure if I can take now. Hopefully I can take. Oh, is it better? Is it worse? Can definitely do something about it in the break, but right now it's difficult. A5. I play a3, he plays a4. Don't really get anything. Maybe rook c1 is a move now. Although d4 might be his agenda. Or takes. If I take everything and play bishop e2, yeah, that should be fine. Or I thought go back even to d1, but to d1, yeah, then maybe h3 was a problem. Maybe h3 is still a problem. If you are not telling me anything, I assume that the sound is okay now. Otherwise, please let me know. Comments. Anyway, I should focus on the game. I'm playing against a very strong grandmasters. Grandmaster a3. Well, I still have enough defenders, right? Shouldn't be that dangerous because he doesn't really have another way to get the knight on e4 or something. All I need to do is to castle, but I don't know how to do that. Okay, he takes. Ah, maybe knight b4. And this pawn could be very, very powerful. Well, anyway, I should take and play bishop b5 check. And hope that I can still take stop this pawn. I'm not sure I'm able to do that. Now king e7 is not really a good option because of d6. That is my chance. Bishop d7 is also maybe not that great, I thought, because I can take everything with a check, but maybe doesn't care. He just wants to promote. But I have rook c4, and then the knight has no moves. I mean, you have knight b4, takes a2, but then I have a lot of pawns for the exchange. Takes. Now I even have rook d3 check. And then I can castle, but I guess it's the same. So I either play rook c4. And now after knight b4, I should think between taking that or not. How many pawns do I have? Right now I have one extra pawn, so you need one more pawn to promote there. I'm gonna have two, and then I'm gonna take on b7, and well, that's quite a lot of pawns. But I can also play in e2, a2. Oh, somehow I like it less. Let me try to take. Although that's very risky, of course, but really hope. King e2 is definitely better because by castle I'm just getting checkmated. I take this guy, and I guess I have to take on b7 too. There. Gives a check. Now he takes that pawn, yeah. Was exactly what I thought. I need to hide on e4, I have a feeling. If I, or maybe knight to c2 feels very scary. I don't want to do that. I want to place my king there so that there are no checks, and then I need to eliminate all the pawns. Check. Takes. Must be a draw. But of course, no time. Knight is protecting all of the pawns. Well, rook h8 was so much better. Why didn't I play it? I need to put the pawn on e4 to protect it. e6, threatening checkmate. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't winning, it was a draw. Okay. Because for some reason, well, I guess I have a reason to think that I was better and that I needed to find a way to play for a win. Yeah, I'm very curious to take a look at the game review, but before, let me deal with the problem. Let me update, see whether you have new comments about, let me know please whether the sound is better now or not. Do you still have a problem? Because, well, I don't have any way to check that. Let me take a look at the game. First of all, I can show you the statistics here. Yeah, video delays. Then let me make a quick break, and then I'm gonna be back. Okay, I'm back here. Let's see if I can deal with the problem. Let's try. Yeah, let me try that. I already have another game. Find it. Another very strong player. I'll play d6. And the fielder defense. Yeah, 92 is a difficult variation to handle because it's not one of the theoretical lines. A3. Okay, 7. Yeah, he was worried about b4 a little bit. Castles. Now I can play a5 and prepare the move b4 again. Still a bit delayed. Not sure in which direction I should move. Maybe b4 is a move now. Yeah, I played something like that. Okay, let me change there. And please let me know whether it's better now or not. Oops. Very difficult to handle the streams, the games, everything at once if you're playing also against such strong players. So now I can take on d4 and play c5. That is normally the idea, because if I play c5 immediately, yeah, it feels that I already got exactly this position before. And now I still have troubles whether I can take because of rook e1 in the end of the day. So bishop is also hanging and bishop f4 is coming. So I don't know whether it all works out correctly. Maybe I should play g6 and just provoke him to exchange. Bishop f4, rook d8. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to let him have a bishop against nobody against without an opponent. Change it. Okay, hopefully now you can hear me well. Lost the game. Takes Bishop f4, rook d8. I mean, I feel that the position should be still okay for me, but it's of course dangerous because if he manages to stabilize everything, then he's gonna have a pair of bishops. I hoped to play queen f5 in this. I mean, f4, or maybe I should develop, but no, queen f3 is kind of a threat. So queen f5. Okay, he just wants to takes. Ah, no, e5. Somehow I'm blundering a lot of stuff today, fortunately. Well, that means that g6 was a very bad move in the first place because e5 was coming at any point. Wait, maybe I have takes and queen a6? Because I'm attacking both of the pieces, and I don't see an easy way to deal with it. It's not that bad. Yeah, I'm getting back the piece. It's very good. And now we are even in terms of material. Great. So don't give up too early. Sometimes you might still have a chance. Now I need just to stabilize everything. Yeah, a lot of stuff is hanging. Wait, maybe queen f3 is a move? Because my rook is protected, I like it. Now my queen is very active, attacking h3, and then I'm gonna be able to create some threats. And then knight c6 might be an idea, protecting the pawn if he plays king h2 or something. But at least I'm gonna have queen f4 check. I like queen f3 move. And now I should take. If you exchange the queen somehow, then rook c8 might be on my agenda. g5 might be his idea, but at least I'm gonna have a perpetual. I just need not to blunder for a little bit. Okay, queen f4. And now the pawn on b4 is hanging. Although that is quite risky to take that one. c8. Maybe not, maybe that was bad because of knight coming. Oh no, knight g5 is also a threat. That was a very bad move. It just helped him. Okay. Knight d5. Knight d5 probably worked because of that idea. Knight d5 works. Ah no, there is queen instead of 6 in the end of the day. Once again, I'm blundering. Maybe I have a check. Ah no, queen f6. Knight f6 is fortunate. Ah no, no. No, that is a checkmate. Yeah, I thought I saw a combination, but I haven't calculated till the end. Yeah, somehow too much stress with this delay and everything. Okay, let's take a look at the game. So hot today. c5 is a mistake. Okay, should finally remember. Ah, yeah, g6. I already had this exact position in one of the previous tournaments. I should just remember that I should stop the knight from coming to f5 first, and then I should play c5. Yeah, and now g6 is a blunder. Bishop c6. Yeah, bishop c6 is good because now the bishop is going to be protected. Somehow I never understand how to play. Yeah, at least here queen a6 was right, and then I felt very good. But rook c8. Yeah, rook c8 is a mistake. What was the best move here? Yeah, just knight c6. Developing the pieces is always great. Somehow I so much underestimated this idea. I was anticipating after queen to f4, rook to c8, queen takes b4, and then I thought that I can take here, and then I thought at least I have a perpetual check. That would be a good result out of this weird game, but then I saw knight e4, and it's actually still fine. Queen h4 is a great move. But then I started panicking. h5, h5, right. 5 is a perfect idea. And even f5 works. It is very surprisingly, because the king is totally naked, but it doesn't matter. It works. Because d7 is covered. Yeah, and knight d6 was a bad move, because now rook d7 and 95 doesn't work. And even here, everything is fine. Just play h5. And I saw this stupid idea of knight e5, thinking that I'm winning something, or at least stabilizing everything. And in fact, it's losing, because after queen d7 there is knight f6 work. And then there is obviously nothing there. Okay, well, hopefully at least now everything is gonna be okay with our stream, and I could focus on the chess, and that should make it simpler. I'm still in at 1.5 out of 3. That's not that bad. Yeah, Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru both have 3 out of 3. No surprise there. Let's see if somebody is playing. Yeah, that is not an interesting position to follow. One is also not really interesting. Meanwhile, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the chat, because, well, I'm always happy to get some of your questions, and we have some discussion here, something to talk about. Because you see, yeah, chess is very stressful. You need some relax out of it. Do we still have some games going on? Draw here. And draw here, and the last one. Why is it not dating? Let me update the page. Maybe that would help. Yeah, now we have it. Completely drawn position, but black is trying to get something out of it. Matthias Bluebaum, German chess player number 2. Very strong one, especially in Blitz, of course. But here, with the knight and the rook, you can never win. How long have you played chess? I'm playing chess 19 years now, probably, or almost 19 years. I have started at 6, and now I'm 25. So yeah, 19 years. Quite a long time, I say. How did you learn English? Well, yeah, now knight c5. Now, now black is actually winning. Crazy stuff. Yeah, with a few seconds on the board, on the clock, everything can happen. Well, I don't know. I learned English with the time. It takes experience. It takes a lot of. I have been coaching in English a lot. After learning, of course, practice helps you a lot. But of course, you can still all notice that I have an accent, that I don't sound like a native English speaker, so I have a lot to improve. 92 again. Okay, maybe we have the same position, but I remember that I have to play g6 there. Let's see. It depends if he's gonna play. Actually, it doesn't even matter if he doesn't play. He just plays g4, then I play b4. Okay. That's funny, because exactly as the last round, we had the same position except for the a3 move. Yeah, but this time he's not even going to a4. But I guess the system should be the same. Yeah, the difference is he might be able to play knight d2 and protect the pawn on e4. But if he does that immediately, then he's blocking his bishop, which shouldn't be that great. For me, the most important thing is to play g6. I already know that would be the move. Yeah, it's really stupid to play c5 and allow this knight f5 move, now that I think about it. And now c5 is coming, and the knight should find... Yeah, he really goes to d2 to protect the pawn. And by the way, I should be careful with that e5 idea as well. Maybe I could start with rook e8 first. Might want to play g5, although I always have knight g5 and I have knight h5 and I have g7 square. And I also need to speed up so that I have enough time for the important part of the game. Maybe c5 and knight c6 is what I should play. c5, e5, I can take there, he takes here, I take there, and at the end of the day, the knight should be hanging, so that should work. Otherwise, he's going back, but now I have time for... I should have played bishop f8 first. Because now e5 is not dangerous, I can just take the bishop. But he has knight g3, and if I would have started with bishop f8, then this move wouldn't be possible. Okay, now where the knight should go? Probably to d7. Not sure if I should play... now he has g5. Should have played knight c6 to leave. I forgot about that completely. Now he's winning a pawn. Maybe I can at least play d5 now. It is very dangerous opening up the center when your king is weak. But at least I'm not allowing him to develop that easily. Because the knight is blocking the bishop is blocking. He's giving up pawn back. That should be good, actually. Now I need to finish my development. Wait, knight e5? Is that a move? Maybe not, because the e4 pawn is hanging. But now rook d1, let's say knight e5. Okay, now he attacks. Somehow forgot that he can attack that. e3 is not a move. Yeah, now my queen is bad there. Should have just played bishop g7 immediately, just attacking the pawn. Because now it would be always a threat. Wait, maybe not always. Maybe I can play knight e5, but... Let me step away with the king, because that one is kind of pinned. Maybe knight... Yeah, I don't have good squares, to be honest, for my pieces. Yeah, I should have played bishop g7 immediately. That would make a huge difference. Maybe now knight e5 is an idea. Because if he takes, I can take with the queen. Again, I don't have any time. Let's go for it. Okay, it goes there. I need to get away with my queen. Wait. Because I also have to protect the c5 square. Obviously, my position is very passive, but I just want to survive at least. He takes there. Is that? And now 6. Bishop. Okay, let's at least take a pawn to have something to suffer for. I don't have any time, that is my biggest problem, but the position doesn't feel to be that bad anymore, to be honest. Oops. Wasn't that great. Maybe I should give a check first. Ah, wait, the pawn on f7 is hanging. Oops. Yeah. Now can't understand where I should move my pieces. Ah, Queen e7 was the right move. Yeah, this position is so difficult to handle when you don't have any time to have played faster. Okay, according to the engine, that wasn't really good for me at any point. I mean, the opening was okay, but afterwards, somewhere I missed it. 97, yeah, 97 is definitely a mistake. Knight c6 is the right move, and I'm better here. Let me check here. G6 is this time the right move. Then instead of rook e8, I should play c5 immediately, right? And then c5 is good. It is good, but 97 is a mistake. Then I was in trouble for some time. Yeah, this queen e7 move is a very bad one. Yeah, but here at least it's equal again. Instead of king g7, I had something better. c3, right? I didn't even see that. Okay, I just wanted to exchange everything. Queen g7 is best. And now I managed to exchange. Ah, okay, I'm losing here the pawn. The right move is king g7 immediately, but he didn't want to exchange anyway. Knight e5, and it's equal. Yeah, bishop e5 immediately. I thought about it, but too late. I needed to exchange one pair of minor pieces, and then I should be able to stabilize, but somehow I haven't found the right way to do it. Queen d7, yeah, queen d7, but still knight e6 is not an idea. Queen f5 is coming. So difficult with 2 seconds. I would say almost impossible in a practical game to maintain the balance. Okay, let me look at the comments. What do you think about the mindset? What is belief? The mindset is the main key. If you're not feeling yourself, you would lose to a very big open. Yeah, that is definitely true. If you don't believe in yourself, you can never achieve anything at all. It doesn't matter if it's chess or anything in life. That's a very important thing. But sometimes you just, especially if you are losing a few games in a row, you don't feel that confident anymore. By the way, I guess we have a break now in the tournament. Let me check. Yeah, round number 4. Still have a lot of players with 4 out of 4, but Magnus Carlsen is not one of. No, he is one of them. He just is not on the first place for some reason. So if you're losing a few games in a row, you might lose your confidence and then double think your decisions, and in such a situation it's difficult to handle the pressure, especially in a blitz game. If you in a blitz tournament, I mean, if you lose one game, you can just start to lose one by one, and that is very unfortunate. Last time, for example, I had a very good start of the tournament. Actually, the first 8 rounds were pretty good for me, 5.5 out of 8, and I have won a few very nice games, and I was very happy about it. But the last 3 rounds after the second break, I just lost all of them, and that was very unfortunate. And yeah, hopefully I'm gonna still get a few of good victories here after the first break, because I feel that I play not that bad, but something doesn't allow me still to score enough points. Of course, I'm playing against very strong opponents, 27, 2800 rated, but of course I should get some points out of those games. How do you react? Yeah, I should write it here. I should read it here. How do you feel? No, what do you do when you feel like you're tilting? What is your cure to do it? Well, if you can, you should just stop. I mean, if it's not a tournament, if it's just some random games, then you should just stop and get a rest and then come back with a better mood, because if you start losing a lot of games, it could end very badly. But if it's a tournament, you need to somehow get yourself together. Just, I don't know, for me, it helps when I'm playing a very um, well-known opponent for me, when I know what to do, when I don't need to think for like, I don't know, 15, 20 moves. And I'm just playing fast based on my intuition, because if I can't calculate the variations for some reason, if I keep missing things, and it doesn't matter, then I should just base my decisions on my intuition and rely on it. How do you react when you lose the first round of an OTB tournament? Well, I hope it's not gonna happen in my next few tournaments, but for the last few ones, I almost forgot what it means to lose a game, because the last two classical tournaments went so fantastically for me. I won both of those tournaments. I have played an international master tournament when the 7 guys out of 10, like 10 guys are playing round robin tournaments, 9 rounds, and 7 out of them are not the international masters. They are trying to get a norm, and there are 3 international masters who are making it possible. And I was one of those 3. And so I had no pressure because I didn't need to score any norms. And it was so simpler for me to play, knowing that basically for me, nothing is at stake. I mean, only the rating, but well, always can win a few or lose a few. Uh, so it was such a pleasure for me to play, and I actually scored 7 out of 9 without losses. So I was pretty happy with that. And the last tournament was a few weeks ago, German Chess Championship under 25 years. I scored an incredible 8.5 out of 9. So obviously no losses there too. It worked perfectly for me. So yeah, the drawback is that I almost forgot how it is to lose a game, and of course sooner or later I'm gonna lose it. And then it's very important not to, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just one game. You need to think about it as a big picture. For example, now I want to become a grandmaster. I need to play the tournaments. I need to analyze my games. I need to play against very strong opponents. And of course, the chance that you lose when you are playing against those grandmasters is always, well, high. So you should be okay with that. You should understand that, okay, I'm losing here today, but I'm learning something out of it, and I still have my chance tomorrow. It's a new day, it's a fresh game, and well, I need to get myself together and play the best chess I can. And you should always try to, in general, you should think of it from a big perspective, from a big picture, as one game is not deciding a lot. But when you're playing those one game, you should just forget about everything else. You should just focus on this one single game, on the principles, on the strategy, on the calculation, whatever it is important there, and just forget about the tournament situations. But once it's over, you should start thinking big. Okay, I guess we still have some minutes. Let's see if we have any more questions. You should stream on Twitch as well as YouTube. Maybe I should. I have never tried it, and I'm not sure how it works on Twitch, because I don't have enough time for another platform. But if it's not that difficult, if I can do it at the same time simultaneously on both platforms, that would be nice. But I'm not sure if that's possible. If you know that, could tell me. I guess it should be possible. Are you going to compete in any GM tournaments soon? Yes, actually, I am gonna play such a tournament. It's gonna be a Pardubice Open in Czech Republic in exactly 1 month. It's gonna start, and it's not a round robin tournament. It's an open tournament, but I know that tournament very well. I played there like 5 times, and I have scored my first international master norm. So I have very good memories about this place, and I hope that once again it's going to be successful for me. So yeah, definitely that's going to be a very strong tournament there, and arguably one of the best places where you can get that GM norm. So let's see how it's going to be. Of course, you need an incredibly strong tournament to get there. I mean, GM norm is such a huge achievement. You have to achieve a 2600 rating performance. The rating of a normal grandmaster is 2500, and you need to get to 2600 rating performance in that tournament. That means that you are 100. You should play 100 rating points above the needed rating level for the grandmasters, and that is incredibly strong. Two times in my life I was really close to that. I had like 2590 rating performance in the German Bundesliga one season, and still didn't achieve that. And in Pardubice, when I scored my first IM norm, it was also 2580, something like that. It was pretty near the Grandmaster norm. That is why I hope that it's realistic, but of course you never know. A lot of factors should go together in terms of psychology as well, because when you lose that one game, as you're asking, it's very important to just continue the tournament, because, well, you still can come back after one loss. It's not the end of the world, but it's very tough. Okay. Which is better for streaming, in my opinion? Well, the problem is my channel on YouTube is at least a little bit known, and so people can come here and on Twitch. I have never played, I have never tried, so I don't know how it works there, but I might try. I have a new game, as far as I can hear. 4. How did you lose from 2590? No, I didn't lose. I didn't have that rating, like the real rating. I had that rating performance in one tournament. Rating performance is your strengths that you have played in one exact tournament. And that was my level there. And to get to a Grandmaster norm, you need to show that 2600 performance in one tournament, not overall your rating. Overall, you need 2500 to get to Grandmaster. Now I have 2420, around that. And that is my peak rating in the entire career. So I still need to get another 80 points to get to the Grandmaster rating. Yeah, I understand this. The system is pretty complicated. Don't think too much about it. You don't need any norms. You don't need to care about it. For some reason, my opponent is not coming. I guess he forgot, maybe as me, some tournaments ago to check whether the next round is going on. But pretty sure at some point he will come back and play, but doesn't have that much time anymore. And I have time to answer your questions. No, I don't have time. 6. Maybe we are gonna have the King's Indian defense. Okay. That's e3, and now he can play a3. Yeah, that is still a line that I have learned some days ago, but of course I don't remember for sure how to play. I remember that there is knight b5 and bishop takes a3 idea, but I also remember that you shouldn't play it. Should develop in the center, but I don't know why. And probably my opponent also doesn't know why. That means that I should try to pick this one up, because that is the simplest plan I have. Maybe 5. I mean, he needs to open up the diagonal somehow, or maybe like Z, but I'm still defending that enough times, right? Also, knight h4 is an idea now. Knight h4, but then I remove one defender from the d4 pawn. That is not that great. I want to take and play bishop b2 back to defend. Knight c3. Yeah, knight c3 might be the reason. I take it, he takes, I have an extra pawn, but he has 2 bishops. And knight h4. I mean, I can also play just e3, but that doesn't help with the knight c3 idea. Only knight h4 helps. Knight x d4 takes, yeah, always gonna have e3 there. Now we are equal in terms of time. I should be faster. But I guess it was an important decision whether I take there. Maybe that is the reason why I remember that you should not take there. Maybe knight h4 in the first place was a good, but no, then d4 would be hanging. Okay, now I can take first of all, to eliminate that guy, and I want to, in every case, close the diagonal. Ah, knight d4. Okay. Ah, now knight c3 is coming. Well, I can take this guy, or I can take this one and then play queen c2. No, but then he's gonna have d3 to take there. Now he takes on b5, I can take on f5, and if he takes on e4, then hope I can take here. At least that was my idea. And now maybe knight c2. I mean, I should be careful not to miss some checkmates. I mean, queen g5 is not a move. f5 maybe. I mean, knight c2 doesn't really create any threats. Not sure I want to take, because that would make his pawns and his bishops great. So maybe knight c2 and bishop b2 both are needed. Yeah, now the queen is coming somewhere here. Yeah, his compensation is pretty huge, but maybe he wants to play knight f3, sacrifice a knight, and then give me a checkmate. But as long as my queen is there on d1, that's fine. No, that one I guess I have to take. I'll play bishop b2, but maybe he doesn't care, yeah. At least I'm getting here a d5 square. That is something great. Yeah, but how do I deal with that? Maybe I should exchange. Should play faster. I mean, that's scary, but hope would work. Takes there. How do I continue? By a4 just to make sure that my rook is not an issue. Now he wants to play f3 and just give me a checkmate. Do I have any defense against that? Yeah, no time, as always. No, he has now rook e6 and should have just played rook g1 immediately. f4. Now at least I have rook 3. Oops. I don't know what's going on. That is my problem. Oops. Wow, I won on time. Wow, that was one of the craziest position I have ever had in my life, probably. That was so difficult to understand what's going on. And in the blitz game, you just have no time to calculate all of those variations. But maybe you had fun out of it. I mean, let's try to deal with it. I had a lot of time, but I spent it for nothing. I should just play the opening much faster. Okay, I could have played bishop takes this. Yeah, that was my initial idea, but then I thought, yeah, I calculated that obviously. I thought he has two bishops and maybe I should play knight h4, yeah. Well, here it's still good. d5 is a mistake. f3. f3 first. And then even taken on e5, okay. Going into the endgame and then taken on c7. Wow. Yeah, I was just so focused on trying to shut the position down, not allowing this monster on g7 to wake up. Bishop d4 is a great move, that's huge, but a4 is a mistake. Yeah, probably I should take and play king h1, or even f3, okay. Give up the exchange, but get a lot of pawns. This position is equal according to the computer. In h1. Yeah, here that was winning at some point for black. Rook g3. Yeah. Here I lost control a little bit. I didn't know what to do. Queen g3 is the right move. Takes. f1. 5. And then I'm picking up those pawns. Yeah, that was the right thing. And I couldn't really handle it. Queen g3. Yeah, queen g3 I was thinking. But I somehow thought that it should be losing in the endgame if he takes. But I take with the rook. I was calculating that variation. Yeah, it is really losing for me. But according to the engine, rook takes e7 is making a draw here. Queen, and I have rook g1, and then I'm taking there, and it's a draw because of the perpetual check. Yeah, that is something very crazy. And I thought that variation, that is why I didn't play queen to g1, queen to g3, but then I had no time to think, and so that is, by the way, not such a great move. Now rook d5, still not clear, and I guess here he didn't have any time. Okay, I already have another game to play. Let me stick to my normal setup. Okay, we are gonna have an endgame here. That is normally a very good endgame for black. I see that you have a lot of comments there, but fortunately no time to answer it. I don't know exactly. I remember bishop e6, bishop b4 shouldn't be the move now, so 97. Because he has bishop d2 after bishop b4, then it means it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, there is knight h6, knight f7 idea. And always put the pawn on c6 and king on c7. I don't remember exactly where you should move all of the pieces, but that does feel like I have analyzed something like that. Because for white, it's very difficult to do something like bishop e1, but it's not a lot. I mean, it's nothing, basically. It's not like white is better here. Maybe I can play f5. Or maybe I should wait till he plays. Let's start with a5. That is pretty much always a useful move. So that knight on c5 feels better. e3 also makes sense. I'm not sure if I should push the h-pawn. It might just weaken the pawn itself, so let me just play normally. And once again, faster. That is the key. By the way, bishop b4 was possible. I mean, rook d8 is never a mistake. But bishop b4 is an idea because at least I'm creating some pressure. Or maybe f5, not even allowing that. He's gonna probably go back to f3 though. And then maybe bishop f6. I mean, black should be better here. e4, that is a very important change in the position. Probably I can just play g6 because everything is so stable. Now knight c5. Yeah, now you could see that a5 was a good move. Maybe bishop b4 first. But then there is always a3, and so knight c5 is not that clear anymore. Yeah, knight f1 is good. One is good. I can play knight g5 though and attack again. Should I take before? Probably not. Yeah, should just play faster here. It doesn't really matter that much, but if I get low on time, then I always get in trouble, so. Position is very solid, hard to blunder something, so I should make moves faster. Yeah, now the knight could be hanging at some point, so maybe let me protect it just in case. Because if I play bishop f6 and he takes, and e4, those pawns are really pretty weak. Okay, now so f4 is pretty annoying. But I can even just take and go away. In every case, I should play b7 now. And then my bishop would be very powerful. 4 is coming. Decides to exchange probably all of the rooks. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is the right thing for him to do. Let me play for now. And e4. I mean, I feel like I have the initiative, so I feel like I should use it. I like the fact that the knight is not coming back and this bishop is controlling the whole diagonal. e3 might be an idea. Okay, I see that my battery is out, but I don't have any possibility to change it right now. Let's give me a second. Okay, I'm back here with the sound and with the camera as well. Yeah, now it should be good. I guess I should play e3, although he's coming to b1. Maybe bishop f5. Because I really like the fact that this bishop is not allowing the knight to come to the game. And if he exchanges, then bishop b1 might be an idea. For example, now 3 check. Don't know if I should take. Doesn't really have a way to free anyway. Oops. 2. And now it's time to take. Wait, he could have taken the bishop probably. Realize that my bishop can be trapped. Yeah, now it's a very unfortunate position all of a sudden for me. Yeah, I'm probably just losing it, right? You know, who knows? Ah, no, can... Yeah, at least I'm not winning at all. Probably just losing. Yeah. It was very unfortunate. Once again, these streams are so stressful. Probably should have focused on the game instead of changing that battery. Yeah. Yeah, somehow I miss the fact that he went to this endgame. I probably should have went to the on game much earlier, and at least I would always secure a draw there. Okay, there are a lot of questions from you guys. Let me take a look at the game. Yeah, the king on c7 is very good. The king on c7 is a very typical idea. I mean, I played this game so well, at least it felt so, and then I missed everything in the very end. Once again, because of that. I should have played rook g8. Yeah, I didn't even thought that it's possible to leave the rooks on the board. But, I mean, that is also better for me. e3, yeah, I thought about it, but I felt like he's gonna play knight b1 and knight c3. But afterwards, he doesn't have any moves. That is his problem. How could I win? I also don't know. The knight is coming to d4. I exchange this one knight and go knight d4, and yeah, that is so much better for me. Wait, knight d2 is a huge mistake. To just remove my bishop back, and then it's -1. Well, definitely the position is better, but how to win it, that was the problem. And I thought that if I'm winning the pawn, that's great, but actually now I'm completely lost. King to g6. Yeah, I wanted to play king to g6, but then I realized that this bishop can be trapped, and so I went to another side. Yeah, it takes. It's winning for black. Why didn't I do that? Because I felt that it should be a draw now. The computer says, well, actually it's saying like -2.71, but all of the moves have the same evaluation, and that might be an indication that it's a draw, because how can you say it's -3, -4? Yes, that one is not good. So it says king to b7 and black is winning. How that might be the case? No, I don't believe it's winning. I mean, it's -4 according to the engine, but it seems like it's a draw. Yeah, and what I did was even more horrible. Okay, let me just focus on the game instead, because otherwise I'm gonna lose all of my games. Another fielder. Another main line like we had in the beginning of the tournament. 6. Wow, it's super hot. Maybe it's also another problem for me. Now he's playing bishop a2, which is the main line and it's probably the best line. Takes. Here queen h5 is the right move for white. See if he knows that. Thank you very much for your support. I mean, it's somehow so tough today. Everything goes the wrong way, but... Okay, queen d2 is a weird move. I guess I can just take it here. Bishop f7, rook f7, and get a pair of bishops. I mean, I know that the evaluation should be around equal. But I normally always love two bishops. And now goes back. Now let's play a4 to make sure that the pawn is not hanging. It's a pretty complicated position to play. I mean, okay, everything is developed, but what do you do afterwards? He wants to put some pressure on the pawn. I guess I can go into the endgame, because he has more space somehow. Feels like changing the pieces should favor me. Maybe I'm wrong with that. But I don't see how I should attack with the queens anyway, so... And here it's a question, which pawn should I move? Should I move any pawns or not? Or b5, b4, a3. It's very slow. Maybe I should remove the rook out of here, because then it wouldn't be that dangerous. Do it. I have a lot of time, but I should use it wisely. Going for the attack. Now I feel like I have h5. Okay, that is pretty surprising, because now I can relocate my bishop. Maybe his point is that my d6 pawn is going to be very weak. Maybe he's right about that. Then let's try to create some counterplay. Rook is very active here along the third rank. Yeah, I probably should have started with rook 8, because one is possible. Okay, now definitely do that. I mean, d6 is my only weakness, but now he also has some weaknesses. I wanted to place my rook here on c4, attacking here, knight and the pawn. Second rook might be coming. Probably he can just step back, because in the end of the day my bishop would be... Should have relocated my bishop earlier, maybe, or maybe c5 and bishop c6. Yeah, c5 and 6 is good. I lose the d6 pawn, but my bishop is getting very strong, and now I might get some trouble there with the bishop on d7. Doesn't feel like the position should be bad, but of course I want to win the game, and from this point of view, t5 shouldn't be that great, because takes... Okay, he plays c3, giving me the chance to play c5, or just taking the... But I really want to play c5, because my bishop on d7 is so passive there, and on c6 it seems like a monster. Yeah, I can also take it. Takes, rook e4, takes, and at the end of the day I'm taking on e6 and I'm a pawn up. Whether it's enough for the victory, I don't know. So bishop c6, takes. Yeah, his knight is very, very active there, so probably I should go for a more secure option, because here I am a pawn up and take both of those pawns. Yeah, but that one is too dangerous. Yes, that is what I have calculated. Now the question is if I can convert it. I need my king on that side of the board to help to create a passer. And otherwise my king is also cut, so I have to do that. Now b5. Wait. Maybe king d5 and king d4. I understand that he has a counterplay, but I'm protecting it. It's not that difficult. It's not that simple to get it. Five. Yeah, now it seems like I should take it. I mean, I should play b4. Maybe rook b7 was the right move first. That shouldn't be enough, right? Oh wait, that was the wrong thing to do. That should be winning. Somehow. Okay, I won on time. So the point is that I need to make him go to g7 and then my king should go closer, but even that is not such a simple task. Okay, finally I have won the game. Yay! Hope you are happy for me. 90% of accuracy. Finally, a pretty good high quality game. Yeah, somehow very tough today. So let's take a look. At here the main line. 5. Yeah, so this endgame is a little bit better. And h5 is actually a mistake. Okay. Rook e8 is good. Somehow I haven't thought about placing the rook on the e file at all. Yeah, c5 immediately. That was great. Even before bishop f4, of course, that was perfect. Somehow I didn't realize this idea early on. And this position is equal, if you are wondering. In d8, this position is still equal. g5 is already a mistake. The right move is rook to b5. Yeah, because I was afraid of that, because now my rook has to go to c7, and this king can go to d5. Yeah, that is strong. Then basically I can't win. Pawn is hanging, I have to go there, but not winning it. The king is so powerful. So the king's activity is incredibly important in the endgames, especially in the rook endgames. The king is probably the most important piece. And after g5, I already got a chance to get to here. And here I was choosing between b5 and king to d5. King to d5 is the best move. b5 is also good enough, probably. Then I'm just... Yeah, b4 I felt like that's not the most optimal thing. Rook b7 is good, and king to d3. I don't know with that idea. Feels weird, but rook b7 is a very clear move that would win just some time. That is winning as well. Okay, I'm getting another game. I'm playing as white here. Let's continue. Why did I lose some time already? d4 should be faster. Takes 4. And now we are back to the Ragozin defense. At least that is a variation I know. But it's not like I like it a lot for white. Now queen a5, bishop takes f6, bishop takes c3, or you can take immediately, yeah. Doesn't really matter a lot. The key here is that you can't take the bishop because of rook c1. Otherwise, I'm playing rook c1, bishop queen a5, and now the key moment. I remember there is g3 and into g2 idea, but he's playing king e7. Let's go for it. But I mean, it's simpler to play as black. He plays king e7, rook d8, and what do I do? Doesn't do that, okay. That gives me a hope. Although another rook, I'm in there. d8. Maybe I have knight b5 now. So knight e5. 6 check. Let's hope that it's gonna work. It's normally not the right strategy to play chess. I don't really have anything else. Bishop e2, he just takes. Could give a check into e7. And now the question is, what do I do? Yeah, the knight on a5 is actually a very good piece. Now no sacrifices. Works there. Knight xb7, queen b4, rook b1, b6, and he has king e8. 5, 4 would be very annoying there. Okay, so that means I should just remove my bishop. Probably to b3, maybe to e2 to protect everything. Be able to play f3. I know now rook d8 is coming. As it is somehow once again very unfortunate. Maybe knight c4 is my last chance, because now at least I'm protecting that pawn. But maybe bishop b3 was the right one, because then the pawn on a2 wouldn't be hanging. Okay, he's not taking it. Gives me a chance to protect. Maybe I exchange. But I mean, this position is better for black. Rook takes c6, queen b7. Let's try it. Because if I play passively, I don't see any chances. a2 was hanging too. Here at least I'm giving a few checks. And I'm exchanging some stuff. I mean, if my opponent is more active, then I should exchange. Does he have any alternative? Probably not. And if he takes, I have rook d1 with a check. No, that is not a move. Queen d8, queen and the queen. Okay. Well, this game was also weird. Let me take a look, because I never know how to play this variation. What is the correct move before b4? What? What position are you referring to? What is the best move before b4? Okay, queen a5, d3. I am pretty sure I remember analyzing it with the engine, and g3 was one of the options. He's probably given h4, yeah, that is the main line. And then the rook is going to d3 somehow, but black is playing king e7, rook d8. Okay, so knight b5 was the right move. Into g2 was the right move. But knight d6 is wrong. What should I play? Ah, queen d6. Sacrificing here the piece. Rook c7, 6, rook d1, and that should be a draw somehow. h5, 4 takes. I mean, for a blitz game, it's an impossible variation, of course. The engine says black should play knight f4, but no human would do that. Ah, okay, maybe the idea is to give a perpetual, because here, after king g1, white is winning. Because checkmate is coming. Yes, so let me remember it. So instead of knight d6 check, I should play queen to d6. Yeah, we still have some time, probably. I played pretty fast. And this position is obviously better for black, no question about that. Rook d2 is a mistake, and rook c6 is the right move. Okay. At least that I figured out correctly. Yeah, and this position is already much better for white, because I now have the queen and the rook active. But rook d1 is a mistake according to the engine. Queen f8. I mean, intuitively, you always want to bring a new piece to the attack. What is it? The number of round? Ah, it's round number 8, so we are gonna have a break here. That would be good. I could calm a little bit. Yeah, so queen f8 was great, but rook d1, I mean, in blitz, almost always make such a move, and then try to understand what's going on. But objectively, it's losing quite a lot of the advantage, but rook d2 is, of course, not a possibility. My opponent saw probably that queen d8 is impossible here because of the queen control in that square, but after the exchange, winning the queen. Okay, you had queen d8 for the fun. Never mind. Yeah, I'm not sure what you are referring to. Okay, so let's make a quick break for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna be back with the last 3 rounds of the tournament, and hopefully it's gonna be successful. Okay, I'm back. And yeah, welcome back to the Journey to Grandmaster. Let's see what we have here. I guess we still have a few minutes before the tournament resumes. I think Rook d1 is more practical than Queen f8. Well, hard to say. If you're playing against a very strong opponent and your position is better, of course, it's better to find those best moves, but it's very difficult, of course. Yeah, feel free to ask your questions. Let's take a look at the standings. Because we have some surprises here, at least for me. We have, who's that? Ah, Katakamsky. He actually won the last title Tuesday when I played last week. I mean, I guess he has finished his professional career, but he's so strong in the Blitz games. I mean, Magnus is playing, Caro is playing, MVL is playing, and so many more. And yet, for the second tournament in a row, I mean, at least for the early title Tuesday, I have no idea how it is in the late one, but he's so strong. He's just winning everything. He has 7.5 out of 8. Incredible. And Magnus has 7.5, 7 out of 8. So he's there. Still, Grishuk is there. So quite a tough field there. And don't even know how many points I have. 4.5 or something like that. I did make one draw. Yeah, I have 4.5 out of 8. Not that great, but it's not that bad either. Last time I had 5.5 out of 8 and 5.5 out of 11. So let's hope that this time I'm gonna have more out of 11. Feel free to ask any questions if you have it. Otherwise, yeah, let's just wait for the next round. Let me remove the standings, not to repeat the same mistake from last time. Not sure if I'm gonna get a strong opponent, I mean a stronger opponent according to chess.com rating now, or a weaker one. But yeah, those guys are so strong. Many grandmasters are taking part. I mean, it feels incredible that such an opportunity to play in such a tournament completely for free exists there for you every week. If you would say to people something like that, like 20 years ago or 50 years ago, that would be completely impossible. You would need to spend so much money to go to another country, and even there you wouldn't get so many strong players in one tournament together. And here you have it just sitting there at home. For me, even though I'm playing quite a lot of those tournaments, it still feels incredible. But of course, it's so difficult to get to those guys on the top. That is the biggest problem. Because, of course, everybody wants to take part, so there are more than 500 people there. And yes, the field is very tough. It's maybe find a way to know how when the round starts. Okay, 7 seconds. That should be right now, pretty much. I played the last round with white, so now I'm having black. Should see and hear me. Another Philidor. I mentioned in one of the previous streams that the reason I'm playing the same opening over and over again is because all of those games from the title Tuesday are going directly into the database of every player. And so I don't want to play the new openings, which yeah, I might be learning, so that the opponents from a real tournament wouldn't know that. Okay, knight f3. Not sure if you can sacrifice that pawn or not. I know that you can in a lot of variations, but about this one specifically, I'm not sure. So let's stick to the safer option and just play faster. Yeah, queen one is a very typical idea. What if I should have done it before. I have taken on f4 and then After bishop f4, queen b6, check. Taking on b2. Now the knight is hanging and the knight is protected. But I don't really have anything there. Okay, how should I continue? Yeah, probably knight d7 is not. And I want to relocate my knight. Maybe even that is not possible. Maybe white plays d4. Yeah, somehow I misplayed it. How I misplayed. Okay, he is allowing me. That's, by the way, women candidate master. I'm sure that very young and very strong. She's allowing me to go to e5. Probably I should take with a pawn because otherwise d4 is coming. And now I have this pawn in the center. f7 is weak. That's for sure, but to deal with that. Maybe bishop 5. I mean, my idea is that after bishop f2, you're blocking the f file, and that is kind of a relief for me, but I'm not getting the bishops exchanged. That is a bad thing. Maybe I should have played bishop c5. Okay, it allows me to exchange. But still the pawn is very weak. I mean, it's like this knight is not participating in the game. As long as that is true, I'm not in a danger, I feel like. But yeah, now she starts remaneuvering it. And my idea is, of course, to finish the development. Bishop e6. Normally, as I say, in the Philidor defense, if you manage to play bishop e6, you're fine. Because you are neutralizing the whole activity. I mean, h6 was just kind of within a tempo, but hopefully it's going to be there later on too. Maybe not. Because now after h6, there might be... Wait a second. Maybe I have knight d5, but in the endgame, it's going to be passive. Yeah, I should have played h6 immediately. A small detail, but it might be very, very important. d5 is also hanging. Probably I should go for the endgame. But the endgame is not good. I have so many weaknesses. If at least my knight would be on a better place, but in 7 it's not great. But I guess it's the best option because otherwise the attack is pretty huge. Somehow I missed that. Queen g5, h6 was a key move. And I played bishop e6, which is losing the pawn. Was a big mistake. Now I have to play knight g6. Maybe b5. I should have taken on f1 first. Because now she might take with a king. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, king f7 is also not good. Why didn't I play king f8? Somehow I'm starting to miss a lot of things. Now knight d6, knight b7 is possible. Doing it for some reason. But of course, still white has a total control of it. But not that simple to break through. Want to get to c7, then at least my rook can make a move. 5 is needed. 7 seconds, that's very low. 5, 4. That'd be a move. Oh, there is b6 check. Oh no. I've waited a move. Have any time. One second. Takes. 5. At least the pawn is protected. Where should I put my knight? Probably to c6. Sack the pawn. Yes, winning it. Now I might be winning the game. Okay, now I'm finally winning it. I want to lose that pawn. Yay. Now it feels good. Back. Still have to be careful. Yeah, but once I exchange the knights, the game is immediately over. Wow, that was fantastic. I was going into the endgame in such a bad position, but endgames is my territory. I feel in the endgame like efficient the water, so even though my position is bad, I still manage to outplay the opponent. Hopefully, you like this game. Let me see if you have any comments about that. Let me update the page. No, no comments. Let me analyze the game. Then review. Let's see what is the percentage here. It shouldn't be that good, yeah, because I have found myself in a very difficult situation. Oh, how to play here? Ah, knight h5. Wow. It doesn't feel like a good move at all. Here, can I sacrifice a pawn? Knight bd7 is good. He takes f. And if I play c6, yes, it's possible. Okay. Because here there are some activity for black. e5, a4, bishop e6. Yeah, that is pretty weird, I have to be honest, but this position which I got was very passive for me. He allowed me to take here with a pawn, and that made everything fine once again. Wait, taking with a pawn is a mistake? What is the... Ah, knight takes d3 is there, and there is queen b6, winning the bishop back to check, but if the bishop goes back to a2, then bishop is... and I'm in time. This position, for example, is no big deal. I mean, that's equal because the bishop is controlling all of those bad squares. The knight can come to c4 eventually, but the bishop will be on c4 and no problem. And if you play d4, then somehow it works out. G6, 3, 5, and f6. Yeah, that feels good. Okay. Oh, Wait, I missed. My God, I missed the beginning of the game. I'm playing against Alexandra Garechkina, one of the strongest female players in the world, and I have 1.5 minutes instead of 3. Completely missed. I thought that there is still time. It is 7. 7, what do you play? Yes, bishop g5. Might be, no. As a normal queen's gambit. Let's just develop all of the pieces. With a fate. 3. The problem with the move h6 is that now knight g6 is not possible. That is why earlier they say that h6 is not such a great move, but somehow they once again played knight f4, and since I played h3, it's not possible for me anymore to play bishop 3. As I have to take. Here I need to put some pressure somehow, but I guess you are supposed to play bishop f5 instead. Okay, maybe d5. Don't have any time to calculate, but d5 feels the most active move because otherwise bishop e6 would block this opportunity forever. Maybe I'm not achieving anything, that is just an exchange. Although you can't really take because there is going to be a fork. Maybe I'm using exactly this one chance that I have. Otherwise, knight c4, I guess, something I want to play. Or do I want to take? Probably not. Well, I have to be careful. I always miss those counterattack. Might be the case here. Maybe I should have played g3 immediately. Yeah, maybe I should have done it. Okay, let's do it now. And then knight h4, I have rook d1, but much. Although if I do it immediately, then knight f5 would have been a move for black. I don't know, the position is very, very complicated. Wants to sacrifice there. Hope I have time for knight g6. Because on h3 it's just one pawn, right? It's not the end of the world. No, she takes. 20 seconds. Ah, okay. That's something I missed altogether. Yeah, now it's checkmate. Checkmate. And I'm even losing the queen. If I at least could save the queen, that wouldn't be that bad. That's very, very unfortunate. The queen down. Okay. I even, specifically for that reason, I switched on the sound, so I never miss the beginning of the round, and I still missed it. How is that possible? Yeah, she played incredibly well. She had an accuracy of 96.7%. I mean, Grachkina is a very well-educated player. I'm curious about this position, so it's fine. 5 is a best move. 6 is excellent. Knight 4 is good, but maybe not the best. D takes C. Yeah, I have to be fast somehow. Oops. I need to create that counterplay. For example, here after queen g5, wait a second, I have knight e2, and after knight h4, I have knight f... No, knight f4 is bad because of knight f3, but knight g3, blocking that. That means, in the game, the difference is that if I play knight e2 now, then I'm losing the pawn on d5. But still, knight e2 is the best move. And after takes, I have knight b6, and knight takes. Yeah, I mean, I liked my position, to be honest. Knight d6 is a blunder. I should just take here. I thought I have time for that. That is why I did takes h3, and now knight d2. I missed knight d5 idea completely, and with an knight on c4, obviously there is no knight d5 possible, or not dangerous for me. And otherwise, I just go knight f4, exchange this knight, and then everything's fine. e6 is a blunder. Queen takes h3. Rajkina made a beautiful move. But I mean, knight e5 is also good. In every case, you have to sacrifice. Although rook d8, still better for black, even here. And knight d6 was a stupid idea. And now there is no chance for me. Here I still had f4. Because the rook is hanging. Now the knight can go anywhere. Queen takes g3 is not a big problem. I have queen g2, although the endgame is also worse for me. Yeah, but here no chance anymore. Okay. Now I'm not losing the next game. I mean, I'm not missing it, what I wanted to say, but hopefully also not losing it. And let me take a look at the comments. Yeah, hello there. I hope you enjoy. I mean, I was so curious to take a look at the previous games. That's happened to me already a couple of times. It was worse than that. I found that I have only 20 seconds left to play. Yeah, what can I say? Mistakes happen. But what is good for me, I don't treat those Title Tuesday tournaments as real tournaments. I mean, I'm not losing any real rating. The chess.com rating doesn't make any difference. So I don't feel that much of pressure, but still it's very tough somehow. Okay, we have now one round to go. Let me try to win it at least. That is... could have been a fascinating position, but now just a draw. And another one, like one. Okay, so we are gonna have the next round right now. The last round, wish me luck. Hopefully I'm gonna finish it on a good note. A very strong tournament again. A very strong opponent again, sorry. So let me pre-move d6, and we don't have the Philidor, we have... Yeah, I'm not even sure. Now we have the Philidor, but we have a completely symmetrical position, just my bishop is on e7. Okay, he is in fact playing e4, so we have kind of a normal position. Wouldn't be surprised if the best thing for me is to play g6 and bishop g7. Another idea is b6 and bishop a6. Maybe that, because then I'm gonna develop more pieces. Not sure where to put the rook. S to d8. Yeah, now everybody has developed everything. But I suppose now it's time to play g6. least I'm gonna make a fork for a luft for my king, and probably the bishop should go there. d5, would that be an idea? I mean, I'm gonna be left with an isolated pawn, that is a problem. Knight c4, okay. Takes, d4, takes, and d5. That feels like it's fine for me. I mean, if I lose, I lose. Ah, okay, he has knight takes. Yeah, pawn takes. Now knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, d5. No checks. Otherwise, I'm taking the... I mean, d5 immediately was also possible, by the way. It was even stronger. Why do I need the tactics if I can play just... It takes, I play knight takes, d5. He doesn't take it, just wins the pawn. Yeah, d5 was strong. Because then he would be left with an isolated pawn. Probably e5 takes, still an isolated pawn. And this way he can take it back with a b pawn, and then he's gonna have 2 pawns there. Does c5 make sense? Knight c5 takes. Yeah, but knight c5 doesn't really create any threats. Knight e6. Okay, let's take a risk again. I'm relying so much on tactics in this game somehow. That is very dangerous in Blitz. But I really want to relocate my knight to e6. Then my rook is in the right place, my knight is in the right place. And d5 is hopefully not that taken. Maybe I missed something. I mean, queen d6. Ah, queen b3. Yeah, I did miss something. Oh, he's taken with a pawn. I can't protect it. I have a pair of bishops, but don't help. Bishop c1. Don't give me anything. And his king is very, very secure. Yeah. Maybe queen e7? Because I'm not allowing the move c5 and I'm still controlling the b7 square. And I'm not sure, but maybe I even want to play queen b4, because if I exchange the queens, this pawn would be very, very dangerous. Ah, okay, he still can do that. Well, then I don't really have any chances. 7 takes. Probably doesn't work. I need to attack this pawn twice. Maybe I still go into the endgame. Queen c4, queen e6. Takes, because I'm controlling those pieces. I don't see anything better. I don't have any penetration squares for my queen. Queen f8, bishop e7 is just too slow. Maybe I'm still in time. Yeah, I should have controlled uh, that diagonal a6. Now I'm just way too passive. Bishop 6. And 94, how could I miss that idea? The pawn is even protected. What am I thinking about? Yeah, fortunately I lost again. What can you do? That's life. Felt like a completely fine position for me, but that queen b3 miss was... 94 is blunder. Yeah, d5 is a very normal move. Why do I need this 94? But curious why it's a blunder. Takes d5. Queen is 7. Okay. And 95. I have to take, but then... Yeah. Yeah. Why do I need it? Why do I need knight c5 and the position is completely normal? I was thinking about c5. d5 takes, and I thought that it's a complete... Ah, no, I even take the pawn. I completely missed that. Then c5 is even stronger than I thought it is. The computer still gives d5, but then you need to sacrifice. Why do I need knight c5 if I have c5? That is very unfortunate. And queen b6, queen b3 is just deciding the game. Queen is 7. And c5 is a great move. If it's not for c5, then I can still fight. But yeah, and the idea to go to the endgame is also wrong. Bishop b2, right? That was the last chance. Somehow completely missed that. And the endgame, yeah, I can't even control the diagonal because the pawn is hanging. Then the knight is going to e4. They don't have any chance. Yeah, then it's nothing. Okay. So once again, 5.5 points. Seems like it's my constant result, although I feel that I could get much more than that. I have got 7 before I made those streams, because with a stream, of course, it's much more difficult. Yeah, but somehow I can't get more than that. Okay, let's see if you have any comments there. No, no comments. Then let's see if you have a few games. No, the tournament is over. So Maxim Vashilograph is winning the tournament with 9.5 out of 11. Katakamsky is sharing the first place. The first place. So is young talented guy from India, Pranav. Yeah, I've never heard of him. So that was a tournament, a very tough field, but well, not that bad, not that good, just in the middle. I hope you have enjoyed the tournament. I hope it was instructive for you today. And thank you very much for being with me. Yeah, what can I say? I have no energy anymore to talk, to play, to do anything. So thank you again. And